gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling featuring the King Michael the First Spooky Soundboard. Welcome to the Nuck If You Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Joined by King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name. We here.
Yes, sir.
Heavy on that thespian this week too, man.
Yeah,
man. Had a gig this weekend. Little commercial. It was real low key. It was kind of informal. Like I'm used to like bigger productions, and they have all like a well-oiled machine. Like this was a 2-man production crew. Like they was doing their thing. It was like it wasn't even here, bro. It was like for some company in Texas. Like, so yeah, I ain't even probably gonna see it. Listen, they sent me that payment quick.
I'm about to say, like, them checks clear. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, listen, that's all I said. Cause like, you know me, I want to, like, as far as acting goes, like I know I don't really practice what I preach as far as Young Kings Wrestling go all the time. But like with acting, I want to have this stuff together. Like I want to know what I'm doing at least like 24 hours ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
They did not hit me back until like 2 hours before call. So I'm just like, I had to scramble to get ready and everything. But it was honestly, if it wasn't paid, I would have just said, "Nah, I'm good, fam." But it was like niggas need the money sometimes, you know. So
yeah,
heavy on the thespian this week. It's always good to get paid acting. It's a good feeling. It's a real good feeling. So shout out to that crew, making sure they got me my money on time. Big facts. Speaking of the money, man. Speaking of making the money, y'all can make y'all some money by going and posting on YouTube like we do at YK Wrestling. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. The best way to go viral on YouTube, in my opinion, is with Opus Clip. You can clip up your 2 hour, if you smacking it raw this week, 2.5 hour podcast and clip it. It's like a minute with captions and all that with Opus Clip. You can do that with Opus Clip. Just one click. All you got is, I'm sorry, I've been lying to y'all. It's more like 3 clicks, but still, it's not that bad. Like you don't got to do it yourself. Go to YKWrestling.com, click on that Opus Clip link. You can start your free 7-day trial. All the premium features available. You can do captions. You can add B-roll to your clips too. I do that manually myself because, you know, I like to have a little bit of control over the artificialness if I can help it.
Facts.
But you know how that go. Let's go and sign up, bro. I'm rambling. I like Opus Clip. It's real fun. It's real easy. You can catch up on, like, if you've never used it before and you just got a bunch of stuff you sitting on and you want to upload it, just put it in an Opus Clip and they just chop it up real good. You can post a whole bunch of content in a week, 7-day trial. You know how many videos you can make? You don't even got to post them within the 7 days. Just have them ready and created. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to them. Go to YKWrestling.com for that. Merchandise we got available. New shirts. We got a Thriller shirt, if you didn't know.
Oh,
y'all didn't know that. I don't think I told nobody that. I'm terrible. Yeah. YK, it's just say Young Kings Wrestling in the Thriller font.
Okay.
Ain't nothing crazy.
Hey,
we got the black wrestling shirts, man. We got the property of Young Kings Wrestling shirts available. And of course, the very famous Black Lives Matter NWO tees. They always available. Been available. That's our merch. We get more merch too. We got shorts. We got face masks.
Ooh, we got shiesties
coming up, man. No, not shiesties. Just like the
just
wrap around the ears.
I was about to say.
Hey, nah, listen. I'm about to see they got some shiesties on there though.
Hey, man, listen.
I wear me a Young King shiesty everywhere.
I'm about to say when they get cold out here, That's all I'm wearing, bro.
You in cold place, man. Like,
yeah, man.
You get the cold up there. And I was just watching State Property and State Property 2 last night. I was like, yeah, this some Philly shit for real. Hey, State Property 2 was trash.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was trash, bro. There was no cohesiveness in that movie.
Listen, bro. Making sequels off a classic is just it's nasty business, man.
Niggas handed them a check. Rough. Like from the beginning of the movie, it was clear they got a higher budget than the first one. Mm-hmm. So it's just like y'all got the check and just made some bullshit. Like Dame Dash can't direct movies because it's just like just had niggas just doing stuff in every scene, something different. And it's just like, what's the story in this? Yeah, Kanye stabbing niggas up. That was crazy. Fucking Kanye West catching bodies. That's nuts. Dipset shooting a nigga like 15 times each. State Property 2 was trash.
Doing too much. Doing too much. You get more money to do another movie and you do too much. That's how it goes.
Yeah. First one, classic though. Jay-Z served no purpose in the first one.
The only exceptions to the sequel rule is Empire Strikes Back and Godfather 2. That's really it.
You ain't fuck with the Fridays?
I can't say Next Friday was better than First Friday.
It wasn't, but this shit was still fire though. Like it wasn't trash.
Yeah, like it wasn't bad. I'm just like, if we talking about which one I'm gonna prefer, I gotta take the classic. You know what I'm saying? And Friday After Next 2 was solid.
Hey,
like
people
it's low key my
Friday
favorite.
After Next. Yeah, listen. People say Friday After Next was garbage. It's not.
How?
That shit. One, and then niggas be trying to tell me it's not a Christmas movie. How? It literally takes place on Christmas Eve.
Exactly.
Christmas drives the plot.
That's right. Just because they on the West Coast, we ain't seeing no snow.
Santa Claus, nigga. That's the first character you see in the movie.
Ricky Smiley head ass breaking into people's houses in a Santa Claus outfit. Come on now.
How you gonna tell me a movie where the first character you see is Santa Claus is not a Christmas movie?
Oh.
And it's Santa Claus literally robbing just the hood on Christmas Eve. That's the plot.
Newsflash, people. The West Coast has Christmas too. Just because it don't look
just because it
don't mean it ain't Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
It's like people that be trying to say Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
It is. Yeah,
it 100% is,
it
bro.
Is.
Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie as well. They both Christmas movies.
Like I want a thesis that to explain to me why it's not. Like, come on now.
I told y'all Eyes Wide Shut is a Christmas movie.
Oh, I mean,
that was a Christmas party they was at.
I
just found this out this year too.
That's a little wild. That whole situation is crazy shit. I don't know about that one.
I mean, the last scene takes place in a busy department store. The only time department stores get busy is Christmas season.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I'll leave that up to debate.
That's a hell of a Christmas party right there.
Listen.
Oof. Yo, shout out to Christmas movies, man.
Let y'all know what's up.
Big facts. Hey, let's talk about this week in wrestling history. Oh, let me get one of my favorite sound bites ready. I'm gonna be heavy on this one today. 1995, my GOAT, my undisputed GOAT, Shawn Michaels got his ass cooked.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
By the Marines in real life. Y'all remember that?
Oh, shit. What was that? Which match was that going into?
I want to say it was like leading up to Survivor Series in 95.
I want to say it was some event that he was getting ready to go into.
He was an IC champ. He had to vacate.
Yeah.
Got his ass cooked. Fucked his ass up. He was trying to push up on one of them dudes' girls. They said we wasn't having this.
Out.
Where was the wrestlers at? Like, ain't no wrestlers beating no Marines up anyway. But still, like, y'all at least could have helped this nigga. fucking 200 pounds soaking wet at this time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know he wasn't out by himself. Like, where was the backup? Where was the help?
I will say this. The only other person I know who was there is smaller than Shawn Michaels. That's X-Pac. I don't think he was helping.
Yeah, no.
But like Bulldog, I heard was there.
Oh, shit.
Well, like Bulldog could have helped in there.
Bulldog's probably
everybody was fucked up. All three
Bulldog
of them
was 3 sheets to the wind, so I know he wasn't gonna be much help. Damn.
And sometimes you got to get your ass kicked, bro.
Wasn't Cat there by then? He didn't have Cat.
Should have been there.
Yeah, shit. That would have solved all your problems probably right there.
Like, shit, I'm not getting involved, man.
How you got a heater on TV but not in real life? Come on now.
Right, especially
that's some shit.
Shawn Michaels back then. I'm surprised we don't hear more slurs of him getting his ass kicked by random people.
Right.
That's my dog though. Not too much on him. 1999, No Mercy in Cleveland. Triple H defeated Stone Cold in the main event for the WWE title in a no holds barred match. Also on this card, probably the match that made these 4 stars. The Hardys defeated Edge and Christian in a ladder match for $100,000 in Terry Runnels' managerial services. That put them on the map.
Framework.
Also on this card, we got Jeff Jarrett's final match in the WWE for 19 years. During my research on this, I remember Jeff Jarrett had a match in 2019 on Raw.
Yeah, I remember that.
Versus Elias. That happened. But this event, he lost the Intercontinental title to China in a Good Housekeeping match. And then he went over to WCW.
And then he got fired on live TV.
He did. And he started TNA and he's been getting checks ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Certified check getter for help.
You don't miss it.
More No Mercy news. In 2003, you know what happened on this show. In Baltimore, Brock Lesnar defeated The Undertaker in a biker chain match for the WWE title. But that is not the most notable match on the show. I honestly forgot they even had that match.
Me too.
The most notable match on this show, Vince McMahon defeated Stephanie McMahon in an I Quit match. And we never saw her in an authority position for about 10 years or so. This nigga choked his daughter out on live TV. All because she didn't want to get married on pay-per-view.
Right. I was about to say, in the aftermath of him saying, hey, I could sell this. We're going to put it on pay-per-view. She said no. So he said, all right, so I'm going to beat your ass on pay-per-view instead.
I'm leaving here with something.
Right. Just Denzel the shit out of this. Like, what?
Thanks. Earlier that evening, though, RIP to Road Warrior Hawk passed away, I believe, heart attack, age 46. Same week in 2003, RIP to the patriarch of the Hart family, Stu Hart, passed away, age 88. Father of Brett and Owen and a bunch of other men and women who weren't as famous as Brett and Owen. But
it's true.
A few of those other children had children of their own. Davey Boy Smith Jr. and the Boat, Natty Neidhart.
Who?
Natty and Davey Boy Smith.
Oh, okay. I know who that is.
Yeah. You don't know who Davey Boy is?
I know who Davey Boy is. I don't know who this Boat is you're talking about, but I know who Natty is too.
Natty? You don't know the Boat?
I know.
The best of all time?
I don't recognize that.
Most wins in WWE women's history.
As per the time traveling contract.
Hey, I might be the only one that's hip to that. I had to get y'all hip to it though. I know the game.
Oh man,
Natty, I know the game.
I guess so. Yeah.
2004, Joe versus Punk 2 ends in a draw. Ring of Honor. Our draw. Decent match. Every now and again, I go watch one of them. I don't remember which one I'll be watching, but I watch one of them matches. I think it might be the first match.
Them boys cook.
Yeah, they went crazy. Also on this card, Alex Shelley defeated Jimmy Jacobs in an I Quit match. That might be good. I never seen that one. I might check that out.
I just seen a clip, the latest episode of Apron Bump. I'm pretty tired. Was going over one of them TNA pay-per-views in 2007 where Alex Shelley had a match with Bob Backlund. That like, what?
Hold on, that didn't happen.
On God, I swear to you, bro. It's on IG. That's how I found it. I'm like, wait a minute. Him, and Will was on there. They was covering it. I'm like,
I haven't checked out that episode yet.
Yeah,
Bob Backlund had 2 matches in TNA in 2007.
Yep.
One of these matches is the one you just referred to.
Mm-hmm.
He beats Alex Shelley at Slammiversary in under 4 minutes. And this isn't like Alex Shelley like that we know of now. But like
Yeah.
And then Bob Backlund teams with Jerry Lynn the next month at Victory Road, and they lost to the Machine Guns.
Oh my God.
Now I have to go find something else out because I want to say this might be around the time or just like shortly after Paparazzi Productions. So yeah, it was shortly after Paparazzi Productions. Like a month later.
That's crazy.
Niggas out here losing to Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund was what age in 2007?
A minimum of 60. Minimum of 60.
We're going to do quick maths here. So after this match, he had a birthday. So quick math. He went on to turn 58 2 months after he beat Alex Shelley.
I was close.
Yeah.
But still, that's crazy.
That was some bullshit. All right, back on track here. 2004, we had the first ever Taboo Tuesday from Milwaukee. Shelton Benjamin defeated Chris Jericho to win the Intercontinental title. Triple H defeated Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight Championship. Shawn Michaels won a fan vote. The losers of the fan vote got a tag title shot. So that was Edge and Redacted, who defeated La Resistance.
His villain origin story.
Yeah, because Edge was like, how the fuck y'all don't vote for me? And was like, I'm not teaming with this nigga. Fuck him. Beat his ass. He had to defend it by himself. They did win the titles. Yep. It's on Edge's record. But Redacted got his ass cooked.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
He didn't get cooked as badly as he's been getting cooked for the last 17 years. But I digress.
Yeah, there was no preparation for that.
2007, Brock Lesnar signs to the UFC. And the rest is history with that.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't even about to get crazy into Brock Lesnar right now. I'll just say, y'all niggas be tripping.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Take it however you think I'm going. 2009, RIP to the Hall of Famer Captain Lou Albano, passed away age 76. 2011, we got the first ever Monday Night Raw from Mexico City. You want to guess what the main event was?
Damn. I feel like I probably remember.
October 2011.
To me.
So just remember who was around at that time. What was going on in the main event scene at this time?
Okay, so this is after the failed Summer of Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I don't know, who was it?
Do you remember who beat CM Punk for the title?
That was Del Rio. Technically.
Alberto. Yeah, unfortunately. Alberto Del Rio. Alberto goes, he's feuding with John Cena, and they trading the belt back and forth a couple times.
Yeah.
So the main event was a match to further a John Cena and Alberto Del Rio feud. Alberto Del Rio is a champion.
Oh.
John Cena.
Was Ricardo?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
John Cena teams up with good old JR Jim Ross to take on Alberto Del Rio and undefeated at WrestleMania, Michael Cole. That was the main event that they gave the people of Mexico City for their first ever televised show.
Oh, no. Hey.
And so far, that is the only televised main event Mexico City has ever seen in WWE.
Mexico is entitled to a backlash just off the strength of that alone.
Yeah, literally, y'all owe them next year. I had that in my notes verbatim. Y'all owe them next year.
Yeah, because that's nasty work.
That's ridiculous.
Oh.
Y'all owe them a PLE next year for sure.
Have y'all no shame?
That's wild. Y'all owe my guys out there in Mexico City. Because that's wild.
Crazy.
The rest of the card wasn't even hot neither. Like probably the CM Punk and Miz was like the mid main event, the mid main event. I don't know what that's called. The main event of the first hour. That was still 2 hours at the time. So that was the main event of the first hour, CM Punk and the Miz. That's probably loads better than what y'all gave them for the last show that they've ever gotten to be on TV. That's wild.
Restitution.
I digress.
Man. They need restitution.
Big facts. 2016, we get for the first time in 12 years the return of Goldberg. He accepts Brock Lesnar's challenge at Survivor Series. And I'm lost track of how many times this man done won a world title since then, too.
Yeah, a few times. I don't like to think about that. I was hyped about this. What followed was a different story.
Hey, Survivor Series match was fire. And I maintain the match at WrestleMania was fire, too.
The match at WrestleMania was the best they had by far.
You thought it was better than the Survivor Series one?
Oh, yeah.
The Survivor Series one was just gas because, like, ain't nobody came in and did Brock Lesnar like that the whole time he's been back. So, like, that shit was gas.
It hit. But it was like, when they got to Mania, it's like you was already going up against it because of what happened prior at Mania 20. So it's like you had to erase that from people's minds, and then you had to put on something fire for this period of time because you're both older. You both done had, a time away from the company. It's like, and now you've got a championship in the mix. So it's got to be
Goldberg allegedly
solid.
Goldberg allegedly had a fucked up shoulder in this match.
He claimed he had a shoulder. His shoulder was fucked up from like early 2017 all the way through the rest of the time period that he was showing up in wrestling, which is okay. All right, you're 50 plus years old, but you wrestling at least 3 minutes with that shoulder. All right.
Hey, but no, lying, bro. Fat Joe, I was watching Fat Joe on Club Shay Shay. This nigga said him and Pun shut down a Golden Corral. They had to call the police.
I heard that. I gotta watch the whole thing, but I heard that. Cool. Yeah, motherfuckers. Like, listen, I know Punk was big as hell, but you ain't getting me to buy that. I'm sorry.
You big enough to get the police called on you?
Like that's nutty professor. That's nutty professor. You see part 2 when they like that's some shit.
I'll see part 2 more. I'll see part 1.
Facts. That's some shit that'll get the police called on you. Like, let's keep it 100. Oh man.
Hey, them niggas ate every drop.
Every last.
Them fat motherfuckers is crazy, bro.
Woo.
Hey, y'all could have put out a Nutty Professor this day and age.
Oh no. No way.
We're throwing all types of phobics out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, 2018, we got the 1000th episode of SmackDown. Batista want to smoke with Triple H. And then the Bar defeated the New Day to become SmackDown Tag Champs. More on Batista in a moment. Very briefly. But a happy birthday this past week to Nikolai Volkov, Humberto Carrillo, Stacy Keibler, Joey Abs, Tama Tonga, Kenny Omega, Steve Mongo McMichael, NFL legend, the Pro Football Hall of Famer. Put my man is in the WWE Hall of Fame. Like, give him the Warrior Award or something.
You might as well.
Before it gets too late. Saraya Knight, happy birthday to her. That's the mother of Saraya, aka Paige. Yep. Tony Storm, happy birthday to her. Chavo Guerrero Jr. and RIP to Scott Hall, who would have turned 66. Mm-hmm. Also, with that being said, RIP to Kevin Nash's son, who passed away on Scott Hall's birthday a couple years ago too. Yeah, that's tough. That was tough about that. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Kevin Nash. Hope he's doing good too.
Hey, low key, this was part of the things I watched. I know I'm skipping ahead. Longest Yard. He's low key the MVP of that movie.
Kevin Nash is funny as fuck in the longest. Him. So if I had to rank, listen, I'm sorry, we're gonna get off track real quick. You just got me started. We had to rank. I'm putting Kevin Nash. Mm-hmm. I'm putting I gotta put Kevin Nash number 1. Kevin Nash 1, Tracy Morgan 2. That nigga was tripping. Hey, who else I'm putting up there? I'm putting the short little Italian dude.
Brucey,
yeah, that's his name. Putting Brucey up there. That's my top 3. I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch it to really rank them up there. But I got Nelly. Nelly probably like top 7. Mm-hmm. I might have Michael Irvin up there.
Oh, for sure. Tracy. Not Tracy. Terry.
Oh no, Terry Crews is top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I got the fries that'll cross your eyes.
This nigga.
I got the shakes that make you quick. I got the burgers that, man, I just got burgers. Hey, where are we ranking Stone Cold on this?
Damn. Listen, I give him top 5 off the strength
very
of the fact
convincing.
Exactly off the strength of that alone. I got to give him in the top 5.
That library scene, I was like, hold on, Steve, what's good?
I was doing this. I was making this pose like
facts.
That rolling off your tongue a little too easily right now.
Hey,
that's racist.
Great movie. Does the N-word offend you, nigger? I'm like,
right. I was just like, hold on, Steve. As I wear my Stone Cold shirt right now. Like, hold on, Steve. All right, we back on track. Where we at for the royal address?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna start off on a not so great note because I talked about this injury with AJ, the discrepancy about it, whether it's real, whether it's fake. Thanks to you niggas, since you got to keep minding business that don't concern you. He basically just dropped the shell on us himself. He's got a Liz Frank injury as a result of that match with Carmelo. I hate to say it. In your mid-40s, on the wrong side of 40, an injury like that, it might be time to start packing it in. For real. Because those are nasty injuries for real.
Hey, packing it in is crazy. That was crazy.
Hey, you know what I meant?
It's time to start packing it in. That's wild.
You know what I meant?
That's wild. Continue though.
Oh shit. Yeah. It might.
It's time to start packing it in.
Oh man. AKA sit your old ass down, watch your kids play football, take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Be a trainer, work backstage producing. Think about that. That's the point. That's what I'm getting at. Oh man. Shout out to my guy Casey Navarro, got signed with TNA on a multi-year deal.
Yeah. I've seen that too, and it was fire because I was just like, shout out to TNA for doing the WWE thing when they get like bigger media to announce their big news. So now they got Sports Illustrated announcing Casey Navarro getting that check. Shout out to Casey Navarro. Haven't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah.
I used to rock with dude heavy.
I gotta get to a show out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was wrestling at Alpha's promotion, wasn't he?
Oh yeah. He their champ.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
My guy's cooking right now.
Your city represented in TNA. My city represented in TNA. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We lit out here. Oh, so Russell Volts got some news in. It said everyone, the top officials in WWE have some interest in bringing back AJ Lee. They clarify that the ball is in her court. It's totally up to her decision. I think that's what CM Punk said recently a couple years back. It's about whether or not she would want to do it. But they're all ears. They would definitely be down to bring her back. I think we all would be here to see it. Because this women's division right now, they would benefit greatly from an AJ Lee, I think. There ain't no question about it. Speaking of before I get there, the TNA Hall of Fame has announced that Rhino is going in there.
Man beast.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Rhino, man. He from Detroit too. That's where the Bound for Glory gonna be at.
Oh, we lit.
Former NWA champion in TNA. He got like 2 tag titles too. Yes, they also I don't know if you got this. You got they announced another inductee as well. Bob Ryder. He's a co-founder of TNA, longest tenured employee from 2002 till he passed away a few years back. Held multiple positions in TNA. He's one of them dudes in the back that you never, you don't know the crew, the people responsible for putting the show on. The back of the house, don't get as much love as the front of the house.
That's a fact.
Shout out to the back of the house getting that work done.
Yes, sir.
Still no Terra. Still no Terra.
Hey.
WWE, y'all know what to do. Victoria for Hall of Fame.
Listen, we've been on this train for a minute. You know what time it is.
Got to be like year 3 or 4 right now. I want to say it's year 3.
Yeah. Mania weekend in Vegas. Y'all know what to do.
Right by me.
You know what to do. Hey, ladies, I need y'all to explain this one to me. So, TMZ and they nosy asses get to the bottom of every story.
Right.
And the Nikki and Artem saga took an interesting turn. So they was in court.
I like how we never say this man's last name because we can't pronounce this shit.
Hey, listen, I'm not even gonna try. And I used to kill it and spell it and all that shit when I was little.
Facts.
This one I ain't fucking with. But yeah, they went to court about the situation, the alleged domestic dispute, and court found, well, number one, no charges were filed against Artem. Supposedly Nikki didn't want charges filed, but either way, not pressing no charges. He's off for that. But also, in the matter of, because they gotten a divorce, the matter of custody of the child, they were both granted co-custody. They were there was no restrictions or whatnot. No anger management was issued to Artem, and no supervised visitation. So essentially, y'all can just they need to go to a co-parenting classes or whatnot. But outside of that, you just be 2 parents to this child and handle your business. So this raises some interesting questions because the notion was that dude had anger issues. He had an episode in this particular instance, and chances were that he put his hands on Nikki. But looking at this 911 report here, he called 911, and the situation was that an argument broke out in which shoes were thrown at him. And since TMZ likes to be quite thorough, they got pictures of some injuries that was sustained, some bruises, the back of his head, his hands, and whatnot. I don't see anything from Nikki. It's very interesting. We don't victim blame on here.
Pick and choose when they want to post pictures.
That's true. That's true. And that's not to say that there were no injuries sustained from her. I'm just saying this is very inconspicuous. So something smells fishy here. Something smells very fishy. I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that in the midst of this story breaking, few people referenced a Total Bellas episode where John and Nikki were playing beer pong. They lost, and Nikki threw a beer at that motherfucker because she was type angry. So begs the question to me: who of these two were the one getting their ass beat?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Ladies, I need y'all to explain this to me. Because I was on your side. Here. We don't tolerate that putting your hands on women. But that's if women was getting their hands put on them as opposed to the other way around. So I got questions. The saga continues.
Yeah, I chose not to get involved with that discourse when this first came out because I read the article, and usually people just react off of the headlines. They see domestic violence and just their mind goes to, oh, she was getting beat up.
Oh yeah.
I clicked on the article, and when I clicked on the article, I just said, yeah, I'm gonna peace out on this one. Y'all won't hear me talking about this.
Yeah, man.
I still haven't really issued any comments on it for real. I just say I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just saying.
I was keeping hush, but see, as long as it stays in a straight line, I can just be like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here, blah blah blah. But when we start veering like this is doing, now I gotta ask questions. Because the math ain't mathing all the way.
Listen, y'all need to start reading.
Indeed.
And this is everybody, myself included. I don't always practice what I preach, but I do click on articles more often than I don't because it's too easy to react to the headline. It's too easy to react to what other people are saying. And so, especially these celebrities, and they be getting sued, having them lawsuits and stuff. Yeah. I read the whole lawsuit. I got to know exactly. If I'm going to ever comment on anything about this, I'm going to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The more y'all need to do that.
We're in this time frame where it's like people are so quick to react. It's like that whole phrase, like, are you listening? Are you listening to understand or are you listening to react? Yeah. And that's the problem that we got nowadays. It's bad.
That's society, though.
Yeah. Anywho, that's all I got. What you got for rumors?
For the rumors, wrapping this up, man. I'm paraphrasing a few things here. Apparently, there was a Rolling Stone article about some anonymous former writers in the WWE have come out with reports of bullying and harassment in the toxic work environment in the writers' room. Which, we've heard about that before.
Newsflash: water, it's wet.
Yeah, facts. Also, they said Kevin Owens likely resigned with the WWE a few months ago. But right now, we're doing a storyline where he said, I'm not coming back because y'all got me fucked up. Having Cody Rhodes as champion. That's my favorite wrestler now, for real. I love me some Kevin Owens. That nigga was preaching on Friday.
Being who you were meant to be. I appreciate that.
I don't like the Randy slander, but listen, me and him, eye to eye on Big Cole. Also, what I got on the rumors, Piers Morgan. I don't know what Piers Morgan does nowadays.
Oh, he's messy.
Remember, he used to
That's
be
what
on
he doing.
CNN. Yeah, well, I'm assuming this is an independent. Maybe it's still the same show they used to air. I don't know. I don't watch CNN no more.
I think it is.
It's still CNN.
Yeah, I think so.
It's Googleable. It's not that important to Google right now, though. So we're gonna skip it. But my guy had a very special wrestling centric panel on his show this past week to discuss Vince McMahon and the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix. Some of Vince's former employees, Vince Russo, Maven, Charlie Arnault, formerly Charlie Caruso, and Jonathan Coachman. were there. He brought all of them on. Jonathan Coachman said Vince called him Christmas weekend.
Mm-hmm.
He lives in Kansas. He called him while he's with his family Christmas weekend to fly out to Connecticut to shoot a skit for Raw because Vince wanted to get it out the way so Vince could spend time with his family. That's some shit.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Speaking of spending time with your family, Vince Russo said that Vince McMahon had told him he should hire a nanny because he's making so much money now. Vince Russo wanted to, leave and go help his wife raise his kids. His wife was raising the kids while he's, traveling 300 something days out the year.
Yeah.
So Russo's like, I want to help my wife raise my kids. Like, I'm not seeing my kids. Like, he's like, you're making so much money now. You hire a nanny. And so, he said, next day, bro, I was on the phone with WCW, bro.
Yep.
That's what he said. Maven, if you watch Maven's YouTube, he's very complimentary about damn near everybody. He said, everybody has their experiences with Vince. Some people have negative experiences. Some people have positive experiences. Maven said, Maven recounted one time Vince was the very first person he saw coming back from the curtain, and Vince just laid into him off of some shit he didn't like. But he also said, like, Vince also was the only person from management that reached out when his mom passed away. Right. So it's just like, there's nuance here. If you guys didn't know, I know you guys probably don't know that there's nuances with people here. But there was another panelist who was not wrestling related who was on here. That was from the New York Post, Phil Mushnick, who called Vince McMahon the closest person he knows to Hannibal Lecter. That's crazy to call a nigga Hannibal Lecter.
That is next level, bro. And the best part about it is we had a whole 10 minutes where they were just going in on this motherfucker. Like, Coach dragged him, Vince dragged him.
Even Charlie, like, Charlie don't even know, bro.
Yeah, she's like, from what I know of him, he's just one of them dirty journalists. Like, okay. By the way, Phil Mushnick is here with us. He's chiming in to this panel. I knew it was gonna be some shit.
The tone was already set before he even came on. So, like, not even 20 seconds into him not even 20 seconds into him being introduced, this happens.
Can any of your panelists name one thing I wrote about McMahon, the WWF, exposing a pedophile ring on McMahon's watch? Somebody who was just like, Russo, I got 2 kids. How about the kids who were sexually abused who didn't have parents? And they were all in McMahon's purview. They were
Phil, we just said a lot of what you... I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. A lot of what you said
don't
is
stop
true.
me.
Nobody said
did I stop you? Surprise,
you brought up my kids.
You're a sellout. You're a sellout. You have no moral fiber.
A sellout. See, and Piers, this is what I'm talking about. I've never met this man. I've never met this man, and he's saying I have no moral fiber. He doesn't know me.
Coach, he wanted proof. I just supplied the proof.
How come?
I called you out. 30 years ago when you made it up. You made stuff up, Phil. 30 years ago,
keep
bro.
Shouting, because you're a fraud.
You're gonna sit there and say we haven't spoken because maybe you're senile, bro.
No,
maybe
we talked a lot.
Maybe you just got out of the chair, bro. You reported on stuff that was never said.
Don't call me bro.
I'll call you whatever. I'll call you a liar then. How about that, bro? I'll call you a liar.
Hey.
Now that's a damn shame.
Hey, man. Look, Phil, I was looking at him a type of way because as we in the community know, that term sellout, that's not something you want to say to a black man. You can't be saying shit like that. You muted, bro.
My bad.
You can't be saying shit like that to us.
Yeah, that set Coach off.
Yeah,
that set Coach off. Like, you can see all in his face. He was like, hold the fuck on.
Yeah, right. Like, excuse me? From an old white man.
Facts. What a segue that was. Because speaking of old white men, gonna just jump right into it.
I'm packing the edits, guess what?
These peasants, you peasants.
Go ahead, bro.
So, life is all about choices, y'all. Life is all about choices. Everybody has very important choices to make in this life. And obviously, in a couple of weeks, we all have a choice to make as far as who we're going to decide to take an important position in this country. Now, there's some things that, we don't need to go digging to try and find out. We kind of had an inkling about already. And when it comes to one Mark Calaway, who we affectionately know as the Undertaker, as far as the human side of him outside of TV goes, he's an elderly, 50-plus-year-old white man from Texas. So we don't have to guess where he stands politically. We kind of got that on. And the same goes for his on-screen half-brother, Glenn Jacobs, who we also affectionately know as Kane. That being said,
you might know him as Isaac Yankem DDS.
Oh, also as well. Prior career before some horrible burning, he had a prior career.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I need both of you, the Brothers of Destruction, to bring that ass here.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Oh, this man got on TikTok of all places. When the hell did Undertaker start using TikTok?
Oh yeah,
he got on TikTok.
He got a young daughter. I know he know how to use TikTok.
Well, I know he's doing like the podcast and stuff like that. He getting into social, space and all that. But anyway, got on TikTok, and sitting to his immediate right is Republican candidate for president, former President Donald Trump. Sitting to his right was Glenn Jacobs, aka Kane. The soon to be, I believe, his term is just about up in Knox County, Tennessee. The mayor. And he gets in this video and says to the American people, you have a choice to make. You can choose the Brothers of Destruction alongside Donald Trump. Or you can choose Batista alongside Governor Walz and Kamala Harris. Now, to give you some context, we mentioned a little bit earlier, Batista in particular, he went on a bit of a rant about Mr. Donald Trump, about being a bully, being a little man and whatnot. Was in the gym, throwing some hands, hitting the bag a little bit, just kind of letting him have it a little bit. And everybody's been blowing that up. It went viral. So essentially, in response to that, Undertaker posed somewhat of a 6-man mixed tag team challenge that nobody wants to pay for or see, but he's giving us a choice to make.
Here's how I don't really be taking shit serious, because like when I seen that, I was like, yo, this nigga Undertaker just straight up Nathan Jones, JD Vance. Like, I don't want this nigga involved at all.
Like, this is a handicap match. How you gonna just bump his guy off like that? Oh, and
hey man,
and it's funny too because I seen Charlie, because she signed up for this. She signed up for the Fox News Network program, so she's on that type of time. She tweeted out, "I dare you to tell me that Batista is better than Taker and Kane." And I responded to that. I said, "What I will tell you, ma'am, is that he needs a tag team partner. Because this is a handicap match if I've ever seen one, and it's not fair. So get him a proper tag team partner, and then we'll have a discussion."
Hey, y'all was tripping me out, bro.
Yeah. Like I just said, we don't need to guess where they stand. I think for folks who have been, fans, whatnot, and cared about the person. Like I know Matt. This hit Matt hard because that's his guy. Taker is his GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So I get that to an extent. But the hyperbole of the outrage and all of that whatnot, I gotta understand it because like I can't understand it because it's like, again, we know who the man Mark Calaway is. We've seen him with the Back the Blue and all this other shit. Like, listen.
Yeah, man. Like, you got the old rich white man from Texas with tattoos. He has family members on the police force. He drives motorcycles. He's friends with Kid Rock. He voted for Trump 4 years ago. He's voting for him this year. What? Seriously?
Like, that guy? I think the only thing that makes it like this is because he, is speaking on it, blowing it up now. Like, again, I'm giving him peasant because he made this video.
We already knew that he was like that. That's why I don't understand. We already knew that.
Yeah, like I don't think this should be surprising to anybody. I don't think this should require such an overwhelming response like that. Again, like I gave, because of the video is why I gave him peasant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here doing this dumb shit. This is just silly. But the context of it, duh.
Right.
And you knew where Kane stands. We've been knew where Kane stands. So it's like, this is just
honestly, I don't know where Kane stands because I remember specifically Kane running as a libertarian, which is not a Republican. It's not MAGA. It's not Democrats. They're more, they have a different philosophy of things, but I guess that isn't economically, financially feasible for Mr. Jacobs. So he just went on the grift that everybody else did, like Charlie. Like, he said he did was financially best for me, which is siding with that. So I don't know where he stands. Taker, where was this energy when we found out Taker donated at the last election? Ain't nobody said nothing since then. We celebrated this man's career, all this stuff. Actually, around that same time, we also found out that your boys Chris Jericho and the Khan family donated to Trump as well. Pepperidge Farm remembers, but Pepperidge Farm doesn't remember the energy and the discourse surrounding that. The lies. Oh, we got niggas lying on Undertaker's career now. We got niggas lying on Kane's career. That's what threw me off. Because I was just like, listen, we don't gotta like that they are giving or gave. I don't know the status on this right now, but we don't gotta like that they giving Trump a platform to campaign on, another platform to campaign on. We don't gotta like that. Yeah, we don't gotta lie about their careers, especially to prop Batista up. We know Batista don't got a career that matches what they've done. That's not to take away from what he's done. That's just egregious, bro. You got niggas out here on social media and other companies lying. Niggas who couldn't draw a dollar if you gave them a green crayon, lying on the Undertaker. That's crazy, bro. You got motherfuckers wishing death on people from both sides. Undertaker and Kane need to die. Newsflash, Undertaker's been dead since 1994. Okay? I've seen people saying Batista need to die. Like some of the most absurd, nasty, hateful comments to retaliate for, against somebody who's supporting a candidate that y'all don't like. Is this not the same thing that the MAGA people do that we just abhor so much? Is that not the same shit? That's crazy. That's all I had to say. That's just like, I just seen some of the, Batista is better than Undertaker in this regard. And like, a lot of people, y'all just doing it to go viral and just like to be funny and get some engagement, which also lets me know y'all really don't give a fuck as much about it as like some of our friends do who are genuinely hurt by this. You know what I mean? Understandably genuinely hurt. Like, we have friends who are women. We got A lot of our, a lot of our friends have daughters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That affects them politically more than the entertainment. So I understand them being upset. Hashtag you niggas is just all about dunking on somebody and getting a joke off and just it's not normal. Nobody's normal around here.
That's the issue I have with this shit. It's like y'all just want a reason to jump in and throw your 2 cents and make your viral moment and just say this stupid as shit when it comes to this stuff. Y'all want to be involved in the discourse. You want to be seen. That's all it comes down to. And it's like, it's sad to me. It really is.
It's very sad.
Y'all choose the worst reactionary moments to show your ass.
Every time. Every single time. Oh, we hate racists. We can't stand people being racist, but let WWE do one show in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, blood money. That's everybody's go-to. Oh, I don't want to see their show. What's I'm gonna let him be. I'm gonna let him be because I haven't forgotten Philip. I haven't forgotten you talking about
about
doing
Mike
show. Yeah, them shows for blood money.
Hey, no,
I haven't forgotten about that.
Phil came out after Bad Blood. It was just like, hey, I'm taking some time off, nigga. Pizza
right, exactly. Exactly. Like,
hey, I didn't forget what I said.
Everybody's go-to. Like, that's everybody's go-to
Phil
when it comes to
that comment
shit.
though.
That
was a wild comment he made.
He is.
They're cool now, so it's all good. And he stuck to his guns. He stuck to his morals. He out here doing the commentary for the CFFC, all that. So shout out to him. But all this being said, I don't know what that video was about. I don't know if it was just a clip. They was chilling with him.
I think he's supposed to have Trump on his show.
See, that's crazy. Listen, put that shit on Patreon, Mark. Because don't have that shit on my homepage when I open YouTube on Monday. Yeah, I see this nigga face up there. That's crazy. Don't do that to me. I'll subscribe to you.
Hey,
I'm unsubscribe if I see that.
A lot of people about to have Trump on. Like, I think supposedly Joe Rogan gonna have him on.
Oh, it ain't nothing. It ain't Joe Rogan. Ain't nothing. He about to be at y'all game tonight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I seen the Steelers posted something. They was just like, "Hey, y'all niggas need to get here early, just in case."
Yeah. Okay. Pay less.
They said there was a Steelers suite owner invited him. That confused me because I was like, when they start giving suites to the opposing QB that's coming in. If you know, you know.
Oh no!
Put this shit on Patreon though. You tapped in? You gonna be tapped in? I'm probably gonna watch it just to see what they think.
Yeah, I won't lie. I have the slightest curiosity of what it is y'all really gonna talk about.
I definitely listened to him and Elon's podcast on Twitter a few weeks back. I listened for about 5 minutes to see what they talking about. I turned that shit off though. Niggas just rambling. He just rambling. Yeah. Like he on Taker show, he just gonna start rambling. It's like, oh, the Undertaker should have never lost to Brock Lesnar. He should have never lost. It was a total disaster. If you're gonna make the Undertaker lose, have him lose to a big name, real big name, someone with immense power, like the Donald. You give me a month of training, I would have ended the streak. Huge victory, very huge, folks. Way better story, way better buy rate. Huge. The crowd would have gone wild. It would have gone wild. That's the type of shit you about to be in.
You gonna know in 5 minutes if it's in kayfabe or not. And then, listen. At some point, there's got to be a conversation about Vince. Got to be some kind of conversation. I've been friends with Vince McMahon for a very long time. I don't know what he's got going on. But I know he's my friend, and he's a very nice guy. And we've been in business. We've done a lot of great things together. I beat him at WrestleMania. And I shaved his head bald.
I beat him at WrestleMania. I bought the show from him. I bought the show for about a week, and I gave it back.
I appreciate him. I appreciate him very much. He contributed to my campaign. His wife is a lovely woman. Their whole family, just great people, great people. I don't know what his situation is or what's going on with him. But I wish him the best. And when I'm president again, I'll see what I can do for him. That's the best I can tell you.
Wonder how many people shut this shit off.
That's all people shut this shit off. Like, they like, oh, this nigga's doing the fuck out of here.
He go, Mark, me and you, we have something in common. In about a month, we can both say that we tombstoned Kamala.
Oh my God.
Huge victory. Very huge. You can do this shit all the time.
If you and Kane could get together and do a double choke slam on Kamala Harris, you will have a position in my cabinet. I promise you both. You will be the heads of security without question. And I will pay you all the money in the world. You will never have to work again when we're done. I promise you. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, me too. I don't got nothing else. I do be watching Taker podcast though. So like that's one of the things I've watched no wrestling this past week. I'm on my, I want to say 10th or 11th rewatch of Breaking Bad. So that's all I've been watching this past week. Didn't watch no wrestling. But during a break from watching Breaking Bad, I did watch 6 Feet Under with Mr. Mark Calaway. Because he had the five-time WCW champion. Booker T.
Hell yeah.
Booker T, sucker. Yeah. Had my guy on that joint. I watched this before the Taker shit came out. Probably one of the funniest things from this was how Taker started telling a story about how like the equipment managers would have a cooler of drinks outside the locker room for the guys. And so, just go in there, have water, Gatorades or whatever. No energy drinks though. So Booker would bring like 2 Red Bulls to every show, put them in the cooler. Nobody ever touched Booker T's Red Bulls for years. Nobody touched my guy's energy drinks. Of course, he came in one day, went to go get a Red Bull, and the Red Bull was missing. Booker T said he dumped the entire cooler and ice on the floor outside. So he said he came in. He saw the unnamed wrestler. No name was provided. But he said this unnamed wrestler was chilling with Sabu, and he saw him drinking the Red Bull. He didn't know who he was. He said he questioned who he was. And before the dude could question who he was, he just say, no, like, why are you here? Why are you drinking my drink? What is going on? And then Booker T said he knocked the Red Bull can out of his hand and kicked him out the locker room, told him to get out. And then to quote Booker T, he said, after this, I found out he was an MMA fighter. He could have kicked my ass.
Oh shit.
So I had to go do my research.
I'm about to say, like, that narrows it down a little bit.
So I started like, okay, unnamed, unknown wrestler. Booker T don't know who this guy is. So, okay, it has to be a rookie. Who was a rookie around the time that Sabu was there? Sabu was only there for about a year. So that narrows it down to 2006 to mid 2007.
Yeah.
MMA fighter who was a rookie in 2006. I went and looked at the roster. I said, damn, this nigga punked out Sylvester Terkay.
There it is. Yep.
Had to get Inspector Gadget on, bro. Listen, ain't nobody gonna find out but me.
Right. Hey, that's crazy though. Week? So this is a tall motherfucker.
Man, he big, tall, like
yeah, that's crazy.
Booker T said, "Yeah, I might have to stop drinking Red Bulls after that."
Yeah, you might have to take it easy. Yeah, I'm same thing. I've been watching the pods I actually watched O'Shea and them show where they had CM Punk on there. And
you didn't watch the second episode?
Yeah, I watched them both.
You watched them on 52?
No, they be on YouTube.
You didn't watch the episode with 52?
Oh, my bad. No, I didn't see that one yet.
I seen that. I was like, how y'all follow up CM Punk with 52?
I don't know. I was like, I'm just gonna avoid that.
I was like, man, let me go check out O'Shea Jackson Jr., the son of Ice Cube's Ice Cube Son's podcast. And then I seen 52 on there, and I was just like,
suddenly I see some niggas that I don't like.
Oh shit, that's facts.
Perfect. That's perfect how to do it.
Hey, you want it? You want that? Nah, but he was talking about how obviously coming back and things like that and the process, and he describes a chaotic day on the Survivor Series Saturday.
Yeah, had this nigga in the freight elevator.
Right, like they had him come in. He had the white tee and everything like that. They put him in black sweats, like the shadow walking around there. Got him in the freight elevator, and then he gets to Gorilla, and that's where like people start to see him. Bailey was jumping on him real quick and everything like that, but then they told him like at like the last minute they got the deal done, just like fucking Money in the Bank, because he got to the building and he said, "Let me just go just in case they get," because they had been working. His lawyer had been working through Thanksgiving doing overtime, like crazy shit. So he gets to the building. They had him in the sweats. They took him to Triple H's office. Just let him sit there for a while the show starts and gets going. Then they finally get shit done. He gets the Gorilla. And they trying to, while all this loud noise and shit is going on, they trying to tell him when the music hits, this is what you're going to do. And they told him about, walk up to the cage. Now, he's thinking that they mean go to like the cage at the ring.
Right.
So he said, so you're telling me, so I'm going to go. Yeah, so I'm going to go and I'm going to march down to that cage. That's what I'm thinking. And they was like, no. The cage is right up here on the stage where each one is held. But he's like, I could barely hear him because the combination of the crowd and the music is like, they just going back and forth trying to figure this shit out. So that pause before he comes out is literally them trying to figure out, okay, where am I supposed to be standing? Where am I supposed to be at?
He said him and Triple H was just yelling at each other from Gorilla. It was just like each of them was panicking, trying to figure out what they got to do. Like, could we just like, damn, we live? Like,
yeah,
he just went out there and did his thing, man.
Facts. That's cold.
Yeah, I would have loved to be back there for that. That would have been,
man. I'll tell you, like, I'd have killed to be on the fly on the wall in that. Because I just pictured them two just like yelling back and forth, like,
right?
No.
Shout out to them, man.
I'm about to tap into that. I'm about to tap into that Chris Van Fleet with Karrion Kross too.
Yeah, that's my next one too. He from Vegas and stuff, so I gotta rep. Y'all don't like Kross, that's my guy. He was one of the first wrestlers I met out here, and he was nice as fuck too. Like, I was kind of scared. Mm-hmm. He was really imposing. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, you see the videos he making with the breaking the bats and shit.
Yeah,
that shit is crazy. He just did one the other day with like 3 of them together.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't want farts. I do not.
I said, I'm like, yo, you got to make that a finisher, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
that'll be crazy.
Shout out to Karrion Kross, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about this week. Did not watch Dynamite. I have no idea what happened in AEW this past week.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think Shelton Benjamin been killing shit.
Oh, I am going to tap into that match because I've seen some clips. That black don't crack, black don't get aged, nothing like that. And motherfucker is working his ass off. I love to see it.
I mean, y'all got my niggas facing Sammy Guevara next week.
Ugh.
What's up with that?
He better cook his ass. That's all I know.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, him and Leo was fire.
No comment.
The match.
Suddenly I see some niggas that I don't like.
I'm talking about the match. I'm talking about the match.
No comment. I have not tapped into TNA this week either, so I barely even want to be watching WWE. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A lot of content.
A lot of the times it's background noise, man.
It's a lot of content every week.
Which, like, I have a slight mini rant about how I have very like waning interest in WWE at the moment, but I'll get into that in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso, though.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Yeah,
Jey Uso had to come and talk to his little brother, and Solo was just like, nah, nigga, I ain't no little brother no more. I'm the tribal chief. So I imagine Jey Uso will put his feelings to the side for the greater good of the family.
At some point. It was interesting though, because you see Roman trying to like chip away at the bravado a little bit. Like he tried to. It was funny too because I see somebody say this nigga gaslighting him again. Right? He said, "Hey, I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you." Like, listen, that you're triggering my man. You're triggering my guy right now. You're giving him PTSD. That was not the way to go about this. Like, he don't need you to be proud of him. He needs you to like make amends, nigga. Like that's what you need to start doing. Like, hey, I fucked up. That's what you need to start saying. But nah, not Roman.
At some point.
But I give you kudos for trying.
Yeah. You gotta try a little harder. Maybe next week.
Hey, Jimmy was hilarious trying to be Paul for like 2 seconds.
Facts.
Nigga said, what are you doing? You over my shoulder for what you doing?
Hey, I'm glad to see Roman back on the couch though.
Facts.
Shout out to him. Listen, Lash Legend. It feels so good. We somewhat made up for that disrespect last week.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's not enough. It's not enough.
We want more. We need more.
We do, Mr. Irvin. We do.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
Keep building that.
That was impressive, though. I liked it.
It was. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
What else I see on TV this past week, man? Nikita Lyons and Valerie Loeda, a.k.a. Lola Vice. It feels so good.
I see people talking about the
sound like. Look how thick that is. Look how thick that is.
Hey, I see people talking about her working them bulky ass knee braces and all that. Number one, obviously she had an injury, but number two, they said she walking around, she moving like Taker in the latter days, and I'm like, you see all that she got to carry around, bro?
Right.
You see, she is a mobile Sarah Lee factor. How do you think you're gonna be walking
like Celtic Shaq?
Right. Like, listen, how do you think you're gonna be walking if you got to carry a factory on you all the time? You let me know how that work out for y'all. Leave my girl alone, David. Thinking of some cold peanut butter.
Crazy. It's wild. This week we also got the debut of the Motor City Machine Guns on SmackDown.
Hey.
Seeing Chris Sabin on WWE is crazy.
I said the same thing, man. Like, yo.
Like Alex Shelley, like I've seen him before, but even seeing him on WWE TV was crazy. But
I remember 2005 watching Chris Sabin in TNA, like one of the OGs over there. Like, it's crazy.
Those are my guys. They out of everybody outside of AJ, they my favorite TNA champions on the roster right now. Both of them held the TNA title at one point.
Sir.
Y'all didn't know that, huh? Now you do. Some people gonna hear that and they're gonna be like, start naming off all the other on SmackDown right now. The only former TNA champions who are active and healthy on the roster, who I care about, are the Motor City Machine Guns. That leaves one other person. I'll let y'all figure it out. Yeah.
Real simple. Keep it real simple for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. If you know, you know.
Yes, sir.
The War Raiders getting their old name back will not make them interesting still.
I disagree. Because the War Raiders were fired in NXT. And the War Raiders with a healthy.
You know who else was fired in NXT, Reek? DIY. You know who else was fired in NXT?
Briefly. I like their work individually as opposed to they had the triple threat ladder match was like the magnum opus. After that, I didn't really it was whatever. But now, listen, Eric is healthy. We back to War Raiders. Ain't no Queen Musty in sight. Sign me up, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Sign me up. And they clearly was listening to my complaints because I said all last week, where the fuck is the tag team division and where is the focus on it? And now we got 2 tournaments going on to crown some number 1 contenders. So off the strength of that, I'm here.
They do these tournaments all the time, though. These little mini tournaments. He always do those. These don't count because there still ain't no feuds going on. There still ain't no story.
That's true. That is true.
Like,
that is true. Hopefully this leads to something. Especially now you got Motor City on the other side. Listen.
Yeah.
And look, I know what you're gonna say. Motor City and DIY is gonna slap.
You know what is it slapped harder?
What?
Machine Guns and Street Profits.
I agree. They did them dirty, and I'm kind of pissed about that.
I have some things. I don't want to turn this into like I complain about Triple H all the time.
Hey,
but like, let me get this one last point out the way.
Go ahead.
Before I get on my little soapbox. We talked about this a little bit last week, and I think this might be the direction they're going in with like Tiffany Stratton cashing in over on Raw. Because like, she showed up on Raw, I was like, y'all can have her cash in by the end of the show, and I would not be upset about it. And her and Nia can face off anyway. Like, it writes itself.
I've adjusted that just a little bit. Because, see, this whole Crown Jewel situation that got me so disinterested. But y'all have the opportunity now to do something. That I say it all the time. Freshen up the Money in the Bank. Do something new. Do something inventive. Y'all can do something at Crown Jewel that would be crazy. Stay with me. They had this match. Her and Liv go at it. You recreate Mania 31. In the middle of the match, both of the women is down. Tiff comes running out with that briefcase. And now she got a choice to make. Both of them is down. Who am I cashing in on? Now, you could cash in on Nia and, just take the spot. You be WWE Women's Champion and the Crown Jewel Women's Champion. I think the smarter move is you cash in on Liv, you turn into a triple threat, you win the match, but now you have the Women's World Championship and you have the Women's Crown Jewel Championship, and that's going to create the tension between her and Nia. And if you want to, you can carry that all the way to Mania. I don't know why I'm saying this right here, right now, because y'all going to steal my shit. I'm tired of giving y'all free game. But this was going through my mind the whole time I'm watching that match on Raw. Like, yo, y'all could do something fight. Because if she could be Women's World Champion for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Eventually she'll lose it. Maybe she wins the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? You face Nia at Mania in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? You finish the story off right. By then she'll be a babyface. Dog. But it starts with this cash in. Like, you got to do this shit right. You got to tease it good. Because it's like she been trying to feign like she's going to tease in on cashing on Nia for a minute. In the middle of that match, she comes out with that briefcase and they both down. You thinking like, oh shit, she going to do it. But nah. Take that joint off of Liv. Take the Crown Jewel joint off of her. And then she's just going to be looking at her like, hey, I'm supposed to win that. That's supposed to be mine. Like, I'm glad you got your world title, but you took what I was supposed to have. And it's like, oh well. Tease attention.
They need to like make it like they getting some money out of this too.
Oh yeah.
Like we put that in this, like, we getting a big bonus, all that. Give them something more to fight for as well. Before I get into my rant, somebody's NFL team just turned the ball over on downs via a goal line stand when they could have took the lead with 2 minutes left in the game. I ain't gonna say whose team, but somebody team around here. Around here specifically. I digress though.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just had to see that. Anyway, my rant. It's not rant. It's just some things that's been bothering me. I remember like a month ago, maybe like August-ish, we had these Giovanni Vinci promos that were airing. And then he finally made his debut and he lost in like 7 seconds to Apollo Crews. And then we did the match over again and he lost again in the same like short time frame. And everybody's like, oh, they building something with him looking asses. He hasn't been on TV in a month.
No.
What they building with him? They did 2 matches and took his ass off TV. What's being built?
Hell if I know.
They got me thinking, man, this might be a crazy take, but it ain't that big of a difference between Triple H and Vince when you get into the grand scale of things. Like Triple H has a little bit more of a competency in his booking, which is just like 15-year-old could just like have some cohesiveness more than Vince did. So they ain't saying too much, but like the similarities are there, man. This man gives favor to his guys, no matter how good or bad they may be. I keep seeing DIY get these opportunities. I keep seeing Pete Dunne getting these opportunities. He did win me over with Bronson Reed, but we had to get Braun Strowman for that. We got to get Seth Rollins for that. So we got to get like certain guys. What he was doing before then wasn't hidden. I love Miz. That wasn't hidden.
Nah.
I'm just saying. DIY and Pete Dunne couldn't even help beat AEW. We got these niggas getting crazy time on the main shows. That's wild to me. We got these inconsistent pushes. Jinder Mahal got a little mini push in January. We remember that. Nigga got fired. Like shortly after that.
Right.
Chad Gable was getting a little mini push in the spring and summer. Fuck Chad Gable been in. Losing to the War Raiders.
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad look.
Like, after we pushed him Intercontinental Championship matches back in like right before WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, he was getting the title shot. I had to feud with Sammy, lost that. Had the beef with Otis. What happened to Otis versus Gable beef? Like that got pushed aside for the Wyatt stuff. Where the Wyatts been at for real? I know they targeting Miz now, but it's just like that was kind of anticlimactic after the big, no holds barred or whatever that was. That was fire. But it's just like where's the cohesiveness in this, man?
I think
like Gable and the Creeds losing. Ain't seen nothing from Alpha Academy. Like Maxine, her rise was getting well documented on TV, and it's just like we don't see them much. Candice LeRae finally showed up after I don't know how long.
So
I don't know.
What I noticed, and this is just from the time I spent going back and watching NXT and everything like that. We know that we haven't gotten a full. It's been only about maybe a full calendar year that we gotten a full effect of a Triple H led creative WWE, because Vince's product and everything, it's written a year at least in advance. So it took to get the full effect. It took a while. But what I notice is
he's carrying.
Oh yeah, but it's like he's carrying sort of the same formula that he was doing in NXT, like, and the people that he did it with. DIY, Pete Dunne, Bronson. He had his champions, Gunther and Cody. It's implementing the same style, but the difference is you had limited resources to work with in NXT, so you had to utilize certain people. And you had to just kind of make do with what you had, and it was working because they at one point were more viewed and more appreciated, more loved than both Raw and SmackDown. So now it's like, well, I'm a dance with what brought me. You know what I'm saying? I got these people who were the all-stars over there when I was building this thing up. Now they get to be on the main stage doing the same thing. Now the problem is you have too many resources to work with. You got an embarrassment of riches. So it's like you got your regulars, and then you're gonna try to spin some new material in the mix. Like you're bringing in new people all the time. Like Sean's got NXT. They keep filtering in people through there, but obviously they're gonna gradually start filtering in. Like I think it's a work in progress, but I think he's getting to a point where he's gonna start to figure it out. Because like you brought Braun up, and I'd say the most of his time up here. He's probably gonna win that IC title back. They're gonna get him up into the main. It's not gonna be long before he's in the main event scene. When Trick gets up, he's gonna be a major player. This thing with Melo and Andrade, that's gonna take them both up a notch, which I've been dying to see. So I think it's like we're still going through the growing pains. Like we thought the growing pains were gonna be last year, but like I said, it was still, getting rid of that last little bit of Vince. Vince's little fingerprints on everything. It's like you had to ease that out before you can turn the page over to something blank and say, hey, this is me and mine from start to finish. So this, I think, is the period of the growing pains where we gonna start to go through it. And look, I've been one for saying too, like there's a lot of this shit that I'm not feeling. But as I go back and I look at the process before, it's like, okay, I'm seeing it's a similar thing. I don't think he is that far off from this, because at the end of the day, he spent over a decade from the time he got in there. Once he was a main event guy and he understood his role there, it's like, no, now I'm going to transition to sitting next to Vince as much as I can and soaking this in because I want to understand all aspects of the business. So he's been prepping for this all this time, and now it's like, okay, I'm in the seat wholeheartedly with no one over my shoulder telling me what to do. Here's how we're going to start to build this little. So I think I agree. It's like, it is frustrating as hell, but
the way Street Profits use is very frustrating.
Oh yeah, of course. But it's like we said before. It's like he doesn't understand the aspect of it. I wish there was somebody in there that could tell him like, yo, this is what we need to see on the regular. He does it with the women. That's the crazy thing. It's like the women, perfect. I have no complaints as far as how our women get represented, nothing like that. That has been perfect. Bianca has been a star since she walked onto the main roster. I don't know what happened in NXT, but when she got the main roster, we tripled it times 10. But on the men's side, it's like, okay, we need to work it out. Lashley was we dropped the ball wholeheartedly, and maybe that's an age thing because Lashley's in his 40s, leaning towards the latter side of that. Maybe it's because he was older. Maybe he wants younger guys. I don't know what the reason is. So we'll have to see what happens. We're still following, like I said,
How
Melo.
younger do he want though?
I don't know. No idea. But like we said, the Street Profits is one thing to look out for because I need that. If this turns out that them's getting screwed over and stuff like that, if that is them finally pulling the trigger on a proper heel turn for the Street Profits, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Because there's got to be a method to that madness. So if that's the way he's pulling that off, then he's a genius. I can't even deny that. Like that was perfectly done. If not, then we got to revisit this conversation for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching Melo, watching Trick, like seeing where that goes. But I think we're still kind of going through the motions a little bit, and we got to start to get to some terrain a little bit. But I think by the time we get to get past Survivor Series and get on that road and get to January, I think it's just start to smooth out a little bit. I'm thinking so. That's just me.
Yeah, after Crown Jewel.
Hopefully.
Sure. What happened to Survivor Series matches, man?
I don't know. Like
this has been 2 years, going on 3 years. We probably not gonna have it. What's up with that? I gotta hear that whack ass Ozzy Osbourne song every year when it's November.
Well, it's become more of, and I hope this isn't becoming a trend, that we just make it about the War Games match every year.
Ain't that what we have complaining about with Hell in a Cell all them years?
Exactly. And Punk said the same thing on when he did the interview. It's like, listen, I don't want to have some gimmick pay-per-view where someone's got to go in a cell, we just figure out who. No, I want to make a match that needs this stipulation on it, and that was his focus with Drew and CM Punk, and that we talked about that, and it worked perfectly. But the same applies here. It's like the Bloodline story. If we hadn't already announced that this was going to be a War Game, that there was going to be a War Games match in Survivor Series, we would say, hey, this is building towards a scenario where we need this is even if we don't have War Games, that's a Survivor Series match. You got 4 of them on their side. Roman got to get some help. You'll figure it out. Now it's going to be in War Games, but this is a scenario of we have a match that requires this, but we already know where this is going. That's the problem. We don't need to know that. Like I said this years ago. This is like early when I was on the show. Like the concept of Survivor Series is that there is a natural conflict that starts just growing between 2 different places. Like 03 it was Bischoff and Stone Cold. What I'm saying? 05 was my favorite ones. Raw versus SmackDown. Like they just started just set tripping on each other, back and forth. That was one Bischoff. Of the best.
Bischoff was a set trip.
Yeah. That was one of the best Survivor Series builds there ever was, because it's like it was genuine, because obviously in the Ruthless Aggression era they was really competing. It's like Raw was trying to beat SmackDown, and Bischoff embodied that by saying, "Yo, SmackDown is trash. Get this shit off my TV." You know what I'm saying? Cutting they match off on Raw Homecoming and everything like that. So it's got to come natural. But this is one of the few times where we're actually seeing a natural feud get built up. But we already have the answer. So when we stop doing that, I think we'll be fine.
Y'all can have a 5-on-5 on SmackDown the night before or something. Why we can't do that?
And I've come to the sad realization that I think we're gonna have to accept that one of these motherfuckers is gonna be in that match. Whether it's
nope, I ain't accepting
whether it's
shit.
Whether
we
it's
do 3-on-4. We can do 3-on-4. I don't care. It's family business. We can't just have this one random nigga who's not involved whatsoever. He's not involved with them no more. He hasn't been for going on 2 years now. We need to cut this shit out, bro. Like I agree. I'm gonna really get irritated if I even see an inkling of it. He got his shit going on. I don't even know what he's doing now. He lost to Gunther. What the fuck he got going? He need to go home. Nigga, go. You got kids. Go spend some time with your family. Go on vacation like Kevin Owens do all the time. And nigga, stay at Disney.
I hope it's not him. Oh, but if it's not him, it's gonna be Cody. And that I don't know which is worse.
I don't mind Cody, honestly. I do mind Cody, like, because I feel like Cody. One of the reasons I'm not as invested in Cody as champion is because he's still affiliated with these motherfuckers in the bloodline. He can't move on and do his own thing. The bloodline story matters so much more than whatever the fuck he got going on. And it always has been. And it's just like, let him get away from that so he can just like do his own thing. So like this stuff with Kevin Owens, that's the opportunity for that.
It should be.
Now that he involved with Kevin Owens, I don't really see like a scenario where Cody's involved in this anymore, which is great.
That's the way it should go. But it's like
the other guys,
unless they find some more niggas again to drop them into this match and this storyline, it's gonna be one of the two. I don't like it. I don't want it to happen, but it's inevitable.
Why can't we just do a 6-man War Games? Who said we got to do 4-on-4?
Who gonna sit out?
Tonga Loa. You sit him down. You don't got to be in here.
We should.
Like, you don't got to be in here. We can do 3-on-3.
I think that the easy answer
versus new bloodline. It's that
the easy answer is probably going to be Cody, but just don't bring Sammy into this.
Hey, what they could do is have Cody be involved, and then Kevin Owens obviously has reservations about that, and take Cody out before War Games. So now they got to battle 3-on-4. And then you can actually put Cody over and have him be like, oh, he gonna come out right at the end, like Randy Orton did last year. It's like showed up last minute.
There is one possibility where this could stay family.
I don't see that happening.
I'm just hear me out. It could start off initially. It's 3-on-4 because they're one person short. No Sammy, no Cody.
Like Randy last year. Had Rock come out.
Okay. There you go. But here's the twist. He comes out there on their side and pulls that, oh no, nigga, I'm not here for y'all. I'm here with them.
Pull a Kurt Hennig like in 97?
Yes, sir. Cost them the match.
Ooh.
And set us on the road to where we need to go anyway. That's what I really want to see.
Yeah. Because I honestly, I've been wanting them to do that Kurt Hennig spot in War Games for like 5 years now. So,
hey,
that's perfect. That's perfect.
I'm telling you, man. So I'm giving out so
Nobody
much free
gives a
game
shit
on
about
this.
Crown Jewel. I ain't even gonna lie.
Nah, we really don't. Unless we do that thing that I was talking about. That'll gonna get my attention. I'm giving out too much free game this episode, man. It's way too much. I need to check. Nick.
We need to check one of these. I don't even get a wink no more. Just deposit, send the PayPal ykwrestling@gmail.com.
Right.
Whatever it is. Send me whatever we can talk. I'll send an invoice. Let me know what TKO group email address to send the invoice to.
That's what I'm saying. Just drop a deposit off or something. Like anything.
Hey man, we've come to the end of the show. So your team getting ready to play, and I got a fantasy draft here in about 15 minutes. So I get it wrapped up.
Cool. So y'all know y'all can find me at Recavic24 on Instagram and on Twitter and TikTok, because I got on that too. You can go check out the Havoc Hour where we talk sports and entertainment presented by Sports Vegas Sports Connect. My bad. That content should be out by the time this drops too. So that's all out now. You can check it out.
Yes, sir. And I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Follow Young Kings Wrestling everywhere at YK Wrestling. Go to YKWrestling.com. TC Fontaine. You can follow me on Instagram, TC.Fontaine at TC Fontaine on Twitter. And FOYFlix.com for my photography. Yes, sir.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what we're going to talk about, man, on the Havoc Hour next week.
Ooh, probably the end of
something.
The end of Deshaun Watson season, that's for sure.
Hey, turn up. Turn up. Hey, 49ers getting waxed.
Hey, hot take, it's probably going to be the end of his career too.
Good. Very good.
He's going to go down as the Fleece King. I know that.
Hey, he need to go down somewhere else too. Down that road. Down that long road.
On the highway.
Facts. Hey, the rest of these scores today look kind of nasty.
They do. I ain't liking it at all.
We at the mid-season point in the NFL. Some people need to get fired.
Hey, my coach already got in.
Your coach got fired. Like, I don't think we need to fire my coach because he just started, but he.
Oh no. He need to get a proper rebuild. Because I think, listen, AP is going to be a damn good coach, but he needs a proper rebuild.
Talking about Gerard Mayo. What you talking about?
Oh wow, I'm bugging. I'm thinking Vegas. That's what. But no, he just started. But number one, he's a player who came up through the system, won a championship, won multiple championships, and he a part of the culture. They just hired him. He ain't going nowhere. If Bob Kraft signed off on it, he ain't going nowhere.
I see Fire Mayo trending at 8:30 in the morning.
Boston fans, you know how they go, how they get down.
Hey, no, these Patriot fans, bro.
They ain't never seen a black coach before, so
also,
you know that's coming.
Hey, they got a black coach for the NFL and the NBA teams. Ooh.
Right.
Some Bill Russell timing going around here. At least one of them won a championship, so he's safe for a while.
Facts.
Listen. Boston, y'all last 2 basketball championships came with black coaches. Honestly, all y'all championships came with somebody black being involved, and y'all got the audacity.
I'm telling you, man.
I ain't my team.
Don't disrespect Doc. Real shit.
Why not?
I mean, I'm saying it for
disrespect
them,
Doc Rivers. You can't disrespect.
That reminds me. I gotta watch that series. Yeah, because I gotta see how Larry played that role, bro. I gotta see.
Hey, I watched the interview. Like he don't know nothing about nothing. So like, he don't know how he had no idea how Doc Rivers was before like, he got the role. Like he be trying to put on the voice a little bit. It's not ashy enough for me.
Right.
So he do good though. Now what I need to get back watching is the Aaron Hernandez joint. You seen that one?
God. No, man. I'm like,
boy, that shit's so trash. Like, Clipped is garbage, but like the Aaron Hernandez one is like, what's lower than garbage?
I know that shit's gonna be dark. Like,
it's trigger warning is very LGBT-ish.
Oh, I figured that.
Yeah. This dude, Aaron Hernandez, literally like was about to get a blowjob from his homeboy when he was in high school.
Oh, damn.
Type shit.
So this
There's also a scene
before he got to Florida.
Yeah. But like, yeah, they got like one of the worst depictions of Cam Newton on this show. Because Cam was at Florida. So like the dude they only got like one Pouncey twin from what I've seen, which is weird because both of them was there.
Right.
It's just like Marquise or whatever his name. Maurice. What's the Pouncey twins' names?
Marquise and Mike.
Yeah, it was Marquise, I think. The dude playing Urban is kind of solid. Like the dude playing Gronk is funny as shit. Like,
I seen the clip of that. Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, them FX shows is kind of trash. All right, we can wrap the show up now. Hey, we'll be back next week with another one, y'all. We out of here. Gone.